Welcome back to another episode of BitmonkeyTV Non-Fungible Token Friday, the OG NFT Friday, a throwback, so to speak. And this is part 2 of a special edition with a special guest here, Benjamin Barrero, level 2 Sommelier. Describes these wines like I don't even know how to explain, I'm excited to taste these day 2. I'm excited to share those thoughts, especially from his experience with his palate. And then whatever my experience is worth, whatever, right? I hope you find value in my descriptions, but you're probably going to want to listen to him more than me on this one.
Well, if you listened yesterday, day 2 wines are our favorite. They've aired out a little bit. Like we said, 15.3% on some of these. So once they air out, you kind of get more into that fruit. And it's a lot of fun. Day 2 wines, yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's see if I missed anything. I winged it right there.
Well, I was just going to say, we haven't had these glasses are clean. We haven't had anything yet. So I am very much looking forward to this moment. I'm looking forward to it all day.
Let's go.
Well, so let's see. I think that we should try this one first. This one was lighter in body. This was the 2012 Truth from yesterday. This is one of Gary V's. I'm just picking this one because it was a little bit lower in alcohol, so we don't have to kind of get fake melted so fast. We'll kind of take it from there.
That's funny. I like that.
All right, I'll pour my buddy first. Day 2, 2012.
So already, it's got a smell to it that day 1 doesn't even compare. It smells like a completely different wine. To me.
And this is for those tuning in, this is a Bordeaux blend. It was a true Cab Franc, and then the other one was the third varietal. We looked it up yesterday.
Merlot.
I think it was Merlot.
Hence why it's so light.
Yep. Very wonderful. You do get that dark fruit, but surprisingly, this was the screw top one. And man, still, you can fool anyone with that. That is just high class wine. Don't let that screw top fool you. Don't let that screw top fool you.
And don't let the $11 a bottle fool you either, because that's how much it costs, right? Shocking, huh? Yeah. I don't know if I told you that yesterday, so I'm glad I said that now, and you get that reaction of holy shit. It's actually.
Well, when you look it up, I think it was 20.
Yeah, I got it on. I was on a promo or something, so. And I had to get the case to get it at $11.
First glass of the day. We just got back from fishing, by the way. Not until my last cast I catch a fish about this big, but still caught a fish.
Don't discredit.
We went to beautiful Sedona.
It was at least like this.
Yeah, it was a little bit bigger,
slithery guy.
Yeah, not my best catch, but beautiful Sedona. Oh my gosh, we have the best time ever. We were in ice cold water. Woo! It was amazing.
Yeah, and forgive anybody watching the rerun. I know not too many people are tuning in live, and it's okay. This was a last minute. We didn't really plan ahead as far as the time. We knew we were going to do it today. We just didn't know what time. So, as always, thanks for jamming. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments below. And we'd love to hear. So I'm going to pivot Squirrel away from the wine really quick, although it's still on topic. Wine and Web3 or Web3 and wine for the title. So
well, we've been doing more wine than Web3. I wanted to talk more Web3 too today, so I can maybe.
Yeah, of course.
Because again, I am the beginner. So you can only ask me so many questions before I'm out of my element. And, that's kind of what I wanted to ask you. I didn't want to take over the interview, but I want to get some tips from you. What I was asking you off camera, what tokens do you follow, and how do you kind of foresee that? And what tracking tools do you use? Because I am still, gosh, that's a whole nother realm for me.
So my advice will be a little bit different than most.
Yeah, feel free to, kind of think about your answer. You don't have to.
I'll tell you right now, I don't use trackers.
No trackers, huh?
I don't use notifications. You asked me this same question earlier on in this past decade, I would have had a list of answers for you, right? A list of different resources. Because I was deep into the analytics, deep into day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, watching but it was so stressful, and especially like what we talked about yesterday with what's going on right now in general with the market, right? If you're overextended and you're following it every day, it's only hurting you more.
Yeah, if you're overextending yourself, that's definitely don't look. But check in every once in a while to see.
Oh, for sure.
So I mean, that's what I.
So to answer that though, I would just use CoinMarketCap and
CoinMarket.
Yeah, CoinMarketCap.com.
CoinMarketCap.com.
And CoinGecko are very similar sites that provide very similar information.
Right.
But it's a great way to monitor real time, like within the past 24 hours, the trading volume of any given coin. Right.
Yeah. Shout out my bro Scotty. Showed me Dex screeners or Dex. I think it's Dex screeners.
We gotta pull it up for the audience here. Do you have a link for everybody watching?
Let me look at.
But let me continue the answer though. So I didn't want to like shoot you down on that answer.
Yeah.
So the reason I opened it up like that is I'm less focused on the analytics because I believe more long term in the tech.
Yeah.
And
you're not swapping.
I'm in a position where yes, I'm not swapping to fiat.
Got it.
Not overextended by any means, right? Like it's chilling. What's happening is happening. I can't control what's happening, but I can control how I react to what's happening, right? So, and how I choose to control to react to what's happening is just by not following day-to-day market.
Yeah.
Right. Unless that's my goal. So let me turn this into a question for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm ready.
That was a very good question, but I have a question for you that may.
It's wide though.
You might restructure that thought.
Yeah.
What's your goal? Is it to stay on top of trends? Is it to be able to detect and see something that's coming that nobody else is seeing? Yeah. Or is it something that you want resources so that you can just go look at once a day, like you're reading a newspaper in the morning with a cup of coffee, overlook latest market news in addition to overall market cap for any given coin that you're interested in?
I got your answer.
Yeah.
So one of the coins I watched, they actually, you can buy whitelists with your tokens. You can actually enter raffles for, they did like a Nintendo Switch. They did a raffle for an Xbox. So that one, you could enter those tokens in to get real life stuff. But so then also at that same time, you can transfer those tokens to ETH. And then I was fortunate enough, I did that at a good time, and I was able to get into other projects at zero cost. I mean, I generated those tokens. So I thought it was amazing that I could have bought another one of the NFTs that had generated already. And so I was to the moon on that one with joy. So that for me, that watching it kind of be at the apex there, I swapped and it worked out well for me. So that and I didn't convert to fiat. I didn't cash out. I was just then able to go into the projects that I thought are going to perform well.
Forgive me, I'm just taking a screenshot to do a real-time post on Twitter. Let everybody know we're here. I'm glad you brought that up, because this falls around my fifth agreement. For anybody who watches, who follows along quite a bit, who knows a little bit about me, you may or may not know I have 7 agreements I live by, right? That I write out each day. More recently, I've been reading them to myself, but they're all just, it's pre-programmed. It's something I go through every morning. Number 5, though, cultivate instinct. And I love that you what you were just talking about there. You don't have too much experience in the space, but you felt that it was the right time to swap, and you swapped. You didn't listen to any advice. You felt like you needed to do that, so you did it.
I went against advice.
Right?
Everybody said don't swap.
Yeah, right? So, better point. And then what happens?
It worked out great.
Yeah. Did you give the specifics of what it was at before you swapped versus now?
Well, it was.
Let's share it with everybody because you followed your gut, right?
Well, it was just chilling at about 11 cents. Went to about 13, and when 15 was at the apex at the time. So I was like, maybe if it gets above 15, I'll start considering. Got to 20 real quick. And I thought, well, I should sell. I was actually on Maui at the time on vacation. Then it jumps up to 25 cents. And I thought, well, that's a huge jump to go from 11 to 25. And I did a little bit of research, and I just felt I didn't want any of the real life gifts that they were going for. So I swapped for ETH, and I was actually going to buy another one of their NFTs, but I wanted to wait. I didn't want to like swap at the apex and then buy at the apex. What's the point of that? So I waited, and as of right now,
it was the right move.
It was the right move.
It was the right move because now I'm assuming with what you swapped, you can swap
right now
back,
it's at 4 cents.
Get the coin back and have a ton of profit left over.
And we'll be going back up, but at the top. But now I'm into other with the ETH that I was able to swap for. I'm now in another project.
Yeah. It's amazing. So I love how you touched on that. You talked about what I like to call common sense. You saw something happening that was out of the ordinary, and you're like, is this sustainable? Maybe long term, maybe, but in the short term, I think the right move is to do what I feel, right? So you paired instinct and common sense to get that result, right? And for anybody who has any questions in the space, let's say you are FOMOing into something, fear of missing out, right? You have that rush, that sense of urgency, and you seek advice. Well, that person you seek advice for takes a while to answer. Sometimes you got to go with that gut decision. Sometimes you got to just listen to yourself, regardless of how much you know. Analyze what you know, look at the situation, be like, is this the right call for me? Right? You don't always have to go based off of somebody's advice. In Ben's situation, he went against everybody's advice.
Yeah.
There's really something there with common sense and instinct in this space, right? And having a mind of your own, not just following the herd, jumping on the next train, because one of you more often than not gets left holding that bag. All right, so rant without squirrel ado, rant over. I think it was on brand rant though, or on topic rant.
Yeah. So the wine that we are now finishing our first couple ounces of.
So comparing that to day one, I don't want to say it has more weight, but it has more structure to it, I feel like, right? Oh, next up, it's the Empathy Elephant. Empathy Wines, Empathy Elephant, limited edition, 2019 Napa Cabernet Sauvignon.
For my friend first.
Oh, thank you, good sir. Let's fucking go. Who's excited for VCon? Who is excited for VCon? Nice pour. Nice pour action there. Ooh, I'm already seeing it. Like, oof. Just with
nice.
It's got a sharp, I don't know if this is the right description, but a sharp color to it, which I fucking love. And the smell it's smooth.
Wow. Yeah.
It smells very smooth.
Wow. Did that smell change overnight? That alcohol dissipated a little bit. You don't get that burn.
Wow. That is a smooth bottle right there. Wow. Woo. God damn. Hey, what's good? Yo, good morning, Sven. Dude, what time is it for you? Oh, it's 4:50 a.m. Trooper. Woo. I salute you. I hope you, I'm guessing work day. I hope you have a good day at work there. Wait, Saturday for you, right? Man, thanks for tuning in. Good morning Saturday, to you. VCon's right around the corner, man. 5-6 days.
Yeah. Happy Friday to some of us over here.
Friday indeed.
Warriors are on right now, so I'm sure some of you're tuning in right now. I understand.
We should probably keep this one brief so we can cut over to that, because I do want to watch that. We need to just close out that series.
The Warriors.
Warriors. It's the only time you ever hear me say something like a Raiders. It's for the Warriors. Because fuck the Raiders. It's Niners all day.
I know. So not to laugh. Just a topic starter. If anybody wants to enter in the chat, I wonder, since this is Web3 Wine, and we were talking about the NBA. This is kind of where my brain is going. Was LaMelo Ball putting his gutter cat on his shoes? I don't know if you talked about that on your podcast before, but for me, I thought that was a huge deal because if you look into it, and this is coming off the bat here, if you look into it, there's some NFT creators that state specifically that you can't use the art. I can't remember which one I was scrolling down. It was on the heavy hitters list. But to me, that's the most one of the most interesting parts about the whole NFT game is, can we use the art for our own likeness, or in terms of marketing and our own brand. And what I did, I just find I've been following LaMelo Ball and his kind of crypto. I guess path because he was releasing NFTs that had real life value, that had signed balls. Back, you would get to the All-Star game, and at the time, oh my God, I wish there was one I want. It's just I don't want to.
I remember when that collection. I just wasn't a big. He's a fucking phenomenal player.
I know, but you didn't think so at the time, and I really wish I had the liquidity that I had now. I would have bought it, but I just wonder, what's next for the NFT world and that type of transition of real life art and marketability for one's brand. What do you think?
So it's all dependent, right? Going back to the question on, can you use NFTs to profit off of, or can you use them for marketing for your personal brand? Now, each collection is different.
Yeah.
Each collection has its own terms, right? So let's take Bored Ape Yacht Club, for example, right? One of the biggest arguments for their success is they were one of the first to come out, to my knowledge, could be wrong, so please take this with a grain of salt. But they allowed the token owners to profit off of their ape. They can use it in any way, shape, or form, assuming it doesn't violate personal and commercial terms and conditions, which are usually like you can't use it in a derogatory form, or like you can't throw your Bored Ape in a porno or some shit and advertise it and market it like that. Like that type of terms and conditions, right? I could be wrong about that too. Maybe there's a fucking Bored Ape porn. I don't know. I have no idea. But each collection is different. Each collection is different. And with what he did with his shoe, even if Gutter Cats had something saying that you can't, I haven't looked too much into those terms, but let's say they had something saying that you can't profit off of reselling merchandise with your gutter rat or gutter cat on it.
He'd be in.
But he's representing the cat that he owns on his shoe. It's not like he's selling the shoe, so that falls under the term.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Right? Is that shoe going to go for sale? Or was he just doing that for one game?
I have a feeling it was whoever's on his team. And like, you gotta rock these. I don't know if he's making all of his own decisions in Web3 independently. Not saying he has a team. I'd be shocked if it's all him, and if it is LaMelo, we'd love to have you on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
We get them shoes.
I don't want them shoes.
I want those
I
shoes.
want nothing but 5 minutes of your time asking some questions. You know what I mean? So 5 to 7. 7's around here.
Come to sneakerhead.
Right. I'm a Gary V sneakerhead for sure.
Right. Well, that's awesome. So yeah, I mean, that's always the argument is what the company's going to allow.
Mm-hmm. With the project, with the terms, right? Like, for example, I'm going to spoil something that we've been working on here at BitMonkey Studio. Moral Monkey Bites has very similar intellectual property rights to the token owner's Bored Ape, as well as certain underlying utility that is not the same as Bored Ape, right? So we're really, really excited as that continues to roll out here over the next coming couple weeks. I should shut up though.
No, I mean, other than that, this wine is just.
I know it's so
smooth.
different. It's so different. I forgot how different it got day 2. You know what I mean? Like, because from opening it to an hour in, night and day. That hour in, preferred for me.
So again,
this though,
what I wanted to say to anybody who bought this bottle, definitely you can hold it 20 years. That bottle will age about 20 years. Now that I've tried it, and you can just taste because of the high alcohol, because of the nice pyrazine. It's there. It's there for ageability. Good job, Gary V. Really excited to see how that one turns out.
So.
Yeah, we're gonna hold some of those for a long time.
Most definitely.
Total.
That's a bold call right there, too. I could have sworn I remember during the launch of this.
This bottle right here is 10 years old, and this was even a screw cap, and this one's great. I mean, just imagine this.
So if stored properly.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't store it properly.
Oh, you're SOL.
You're shit out of luck. Yes. No filter on it.
No filter. We got.
I love that.
Kids.
I know. I always mark the YouTube shows not for kids. But kids can watch it. It's just there's no
filter. Next one.
Wow.
Go back to the muscardine.
I like how smooth that is. Day 2. Sheesh. That is something that you can drink that with anything. Dessert. I don't eat steak anymore, but from what I remember, I used to love pairing some type of red meat with a cab, with a very, very heavy red. It was always my preferred combo.
I was going to do a nice...
so I was shocked to see this one be a cab.
I was going to open, but you're vegan, so I didn't want to bust that out. So
wait, what?
I have a Beamster Gouda I was going to pair with these wines, but you're vegan, so you didn't want to bust out the cheese.
Wait. Oh,
just cheese. Gouda.
I thought you were talking about another brand. So, yeah. No.
All right, next one. 2016 Muscardine. We're coming back around to this one. This one. Again, my favorite grape grower. San Giacomo.
Is this day 2 as well?
Day 2. We opened it yesterday.
So that's a straight Merlot.
Straight Merlot.
You can tell by the color.
And for me personally, I love when wines have this kind of saltiness, almost like a salted caramel, like how caramel needs that salt. Wines sometimes need that salt too for me. This one has that, which I really enjoy.
I taste that.
Do you get that? Mm-hmm. Or am I just alone on that?
No. It's to me, I wouldn't reference it as salty immediately. I would more.
Well, it's not salty. It's just balanced, but that finish. It's just something there.
It's got more. So compared to this one, this was smooth. Not that it was bad, but the taste buds loved
It'll get there.
But the taste buds didn't tingle.
It's so useful.
This one right here, I see what you're talking about with like the salty verbiage. It makes your taste buds tingle. The finish on this. Oof,
yeah,
phenomenal. I haven't had a Merlot like this ever. Finished like this.
Good to be in its nice prime.
What year is that?
That's a 16, which turns out to be one of the. They rated it 99 on Wine Spectator.
Gary V. 2016 from Merlot's. Yay or nay? Got to clip this. Answer in the comments. Would love to hear it. Pew, 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 pew.
We can have a glass with Gary Vee. Oh, that'd be awesome.
You will. It's a matter of time.
The elephant.
It's not if, it's when.
The things we would discuss. Questions. Wouldn't have enough time. Anywho.
Man, I love that finish. So let's go back to a question.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Around Web3.
Yeah, Web3.
Going back to what you talked about earlier, with you made a gut decision.
Yeah.
Without realizing you were making the gut decision. Or maybe you did, but maybe with us talking about it and defining it and dissecting it, you realize, holy shit, that's common sense and instinct paired together. Perfect, right?
Yeah.
What's one other thing that you wish you knew early on?
Uh-huh.
Maybe you don't already know it.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a certain approach that you can take to new projects, or maybe a certain resource, not analytics tools to track coins, rather maybe how to dissect a smart contract. Has any of that crossed your mind as far as, okay, I'm starting to get the basics down. Now I want to know more about how do I just go to etherscan.io, the block explorer, right? Public blockchain, or for Ethereum.
Yeah.
And how do I analyze something myself and interpret it in my own way with my limited knowledge? Has any of that crossed your mind or anything like that?
Yeah, and that's tough. You can't.
Sorry for the long-winded answer,
no,
but I really wanted to go in depth on this. Because everybody's thoughts evolve in this space from day one to day now, day present. It's always evolving.
Yeah,
it's shifting constantly.
I guess I'm just fortunate enough. I was able to take statistics in college, and so I look at a graph, say these line graphs and I just you have to. Well, you don't have to. One should have a number that they exit or do something else. There should, unless you just want to. I mean, that's what I said. You can do anything you want, but for me personally, I have a number where I pull out a little bit and then try to do something else. Maybe I'll go back into the project later, but I gotta, because if it triples, and it's been stagnant for a while, if it triples, I'll probably just pull out something and just maybe hold it, see if the project goes up or down. But for me, a triple is statistically I just like the threes. Triple's good for me. Baseball, got a triple, you're gonna do just fine.
7. I like the 7s.
Yeah. Oh, I know. 7s are great, but and that's for different projects. But when I see something stagnant, like a coin, if it triples pretty fast, like that coin went from 11 to 25, it didn't do 33. This is an ERC20 token. Going that way.
It's an ERC20 token tied into, it goes hand in hand with an ERC 721 collection. It's Squishyverse, right? Is that the one you're talking about? Squishyverse. For anybody unaware, squishies are a thing. Team looks legit. I waited too long to hop on the train, and as soon as I saw half ETH floor, I cringed and chose not to buy it.
Yeah,
but now those turned out to be a smart decision because they came down a little bit. So now I have my checks.
Okay, yeah, and so just when you just look at some of these graphs, and I just got to look at it when I'm bored, not feverishly checking them, and you just have to draw a line of what you want to do. You have to have a plan of what you want to do. What's your goal? I was gonna buy another, and I still might now that. Don't want to put my moves out there, but
this is an old age saying that I'm sure you've heard. And if you hadn't, you'll hear it some more. And everybody here watching, it's not about timing the market. It's about the time in the market, right?
Yeah.
The more time you spend in any given market, the more experience you have.
What I'm
watching
learning,
that market, experiencing the ups and the downs.
what do you think about this thought?
firsthand.
What do you think about this thought? There's a lot of people pulling out for the first of the month and stuff like that to pay rent. Now there's a lot of people. I feel like so I try to avoid stuff like that. Anything around.
I'm
the
sorry
first
if I
of the month.
offend anybody, but if you're pulling out money
I know.
for rent, you've
Oh,
overextended.
I know that's
officially.
why. But you gotta admit
and
that
there's nothing wrong
gonna
with
be
that,
people
but
doing it.
Just don't go complaining.
But there's gonna be people doing it. You can't deny it. So don't.
So much money, like the headline was over $1 billion liquidated, or how many billions?
People
but
have to pull out. They get their back against the wall.
Ever since I think it was I forget what year, all of the articles trying to dog on just blockchain technology in general just is comedy to me. It's comedic. I watch them, I listen, I read them, I laugh, bam, I discard it.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't failed yet.
I just find that things drop around first of the month where you don't want to be swapping because people, are forced to. And then, it's not at a good price. So
Yeah.
That's something I did watch at the time. And,
So I want to bring it back. I loved what you were
question,
talking about.
Was how do I kind of analyze those?
Yeah.
coins?
No. And I love how you talked about having a goal. What's your goal?
Yeah.
Defining whether it's just with starting a business. You start a business to start a business because it's your passion and you choose to never sell. You wouldn't fucking sell it if $1 billion came to the table, right? That's your choice. That's your chief aim. You love what you're doing. On the contrary, let's say you're building it up to acquire another company or maybe to be bought out by another company. That's your goal. That's your chief aim, right? Defining that from the get helps you accomplish that chief aim more, right? So that's what Ben's talking about here is going into. Now, let me ask you a question in parallel with this kind of squirrel rant here.
Yeah.
Were you talking about more approaching project by project with a goal of, all right, once it gets this X multiplier, I'm out? Or are you talking about the entire space in general with that comment? Because I wanna touch more on that, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on
it all depends on the project. Again, for me, mine was for me, Squishy's going back to the white lists. I just wasn't I just needed more liquidity to do more moves.
Mm-hmm.
So at the time for me, I wasn't converted to fiat. And it's just, and again, it was all risk. I didn't know either way I was going to be fine because the tokens were generated based on my staking. So that was already a good move. So I already had, there was only way but up on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Squish, there was so much faith in that one. Yeah. That one was served on a silver platter.
So what's your chief aim though? Like in general in the space, right?
My chief
Obviously
aim,
stack.
Yeah.
But do you want to acquire a certain portfolio to where you actually have X amount of Bitcoin, X amount of Ethereum locked away into cold storage?
Yeah.
Or do you more enjoy playing the market, flipping NFTs?
I want to get more
what's your
liquidity for
focus?
utilities so that I can use it for real life events. That's my end goal. Is I really want to be able.
You want to use the technology to better your life.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? I really want to just acquire season passes to I don't know, the Warriors, Phoenix Suns, or whatever my favorite player.
Mm-hmm.
If I get an NFT for my favorite player, just get whatever team he trades to. I get a ticket maybe once a year to his game. I'm in.
Imagine this. Here's an idea for every single sports
but there's more
team.
to it than that. I want it. Yeah.
Here's an idea for every single sports
Save
team,
up.
right?
Yeah.
Your stadium. NFT each fucking seat and booth.
Oh god.
Then from there, you got your NFTs, right? Let's say a season ticket holder is moving. They want to sell their ticket. They sell it on OpenSea on your fucking collection. A year after you release your NFTs that represent seating in your stadium, you launch a PFP. And the quantity, guess what? Goes to all the token owners. Because then guess what happens, right? depending on how you market that, depending on the purpose of that PFP project that's tied in with the Genesis season tickets or the tickets for that stadium, that's immediate utility for the person who buys the ticket originally, right? And potential collaborations to bring on a certain artist for that sports team to create a game-changing avatar project that ends up being a 3D metaverse wearable, right?
Yeah.
And that's airdropped
to my Apple
stadium
Watch.
ticket holders, right? I'm sure that's being thought of, and if it's not, you're welcome. I don't want anything from
I
you.
was looking up a way to
come on the show sometime.
get an
Answer some
EDC ticket
questions.
through NFTs. But I couldn't
EDC?
find. Yeah, I was trying to get a EDC ticket for NFTs, and man, it wasn't that easy. There wasn't, but I don't know. It will become easier in the future.
It will. It will. We're going through, like, if you gotta think about the number of people in the space right now, and also the numbers are a bit skewed because when you're looking like at consumer, everyday people compared to whales or people who have bigger bankrolls, like a lot of the volume you see is very focused, unfortunately. That's just how it is at this very point in time. But we've already seen a ton of people this past year, a ton of money from big companies come into the space, and everyday people pulling out their life savings, which I never recommend you do, but doing it, right? And investing into a project or coming into the space. Like, what?
I don't know, something saying troubleshoot something in my ear.
Oh, that's the lo-fi music. Hold on, we'll change the song. That is distracting me too. Sometimes we get a song that's just like, what? I wanted the instrumental. I didn't want any of that other stuff tied into it.
But so on a kind of just squirrel
right there, yeah.
I shared on my page on my Facebook was Kevin O'Leary went into a night. It was on Breakfast Club. And did you see that one? Kevin O'Leary was talking about the direction of NFT. He's got a lot of money into crypto and NFTs, and he said it was
for the record. I'm sorry to cut you off, Kevin O'Leary. He dogged on on cryptocurrencies early on.
Oh, but now he's in. This was your.
He's got a son who's very, very smart. That son also told him about Tesla, and he's like, "This doesn't make sense for a car company to have this type of valuation." But Dad, it's not a car company; it's a data company. You know how much data they're collecting? People don't realize that about Tesla. The data that they're collecting from you driving those electrical vehicles, fucking, is so much more valuable than the profit from the vehicle itself.
I mean, just the amount of money being transferred, at so fast, you can't deny that it's a lot faster than your bank.
Going back to it, Kevin O'Leary has
your bank and try to send
for looking at something negatively and then changing his mind because he actually did his homework on said technology or whatever.
Look it up, Breakfast Club.
He's an OG investor though. He has that OG head, so it makes sense why he would think the blockchain.
There's so many useful.
So many use cases.
Just for this,
the list, like
Web3, where this is going, crypto, NFTs. There's so many uses.
I mean, I'm gonna share an idea that I was working on early on, but I didn't have the skill set from a development standpoint, which I'm now acquiring through just practice and repetition and training. But to essentially replace the need for will and testimony lawyers on the blockchain, right? Allowing somebody to, I'm not going to get into specifics because I don't want to give away the entire idea, but if somebody rolls with it and you come up with it, please just let me know. I'm not going to try to come after you. I would just love to know if you accomplish
what's going on in the comments?
Right?
Anybody have any questions?
What?
Anything about wine?
Anybody have? We're kind of going all over the place here. We're talking Web3 perspective of somebody new into the space. We're also talking wine.
I'm the newbie.
We're squirreling. We're going all over the place.
For Web3, but if you have wine questions.
Which one? We just poured this one, right?
Yeah, I poured you some more of the Muscardini.
Why?
I used to work for this.
Why?
It's so good. It's so good. This one, I used to work for this company. This one's okay. We'll save that for a little bit later. Let's get through the good ones right now. You can try it, absolutely, but
I've already shared
once
my 2 bananas on this one, day 2.
Yeah. Try it then. It's not as
Did
good
I
as,
try
it's not
that
as good
one
as the other
yesterday,
3.
though?
I don't think you haven't tried this one yet, so
I'll save it then.
it's not as good as the other 3. That's
I don't
why
want
I'm
to mess up
picking
my
these
palate here.
ones.
I don't want to mess up my palate.
I know.
You know what I mean? I want some good food after this.
Have you looked up a vegan restaurant yet, my friend? No.
I will as soon as we end this stream and go watch that Warrior game.
Oh, it is Friday, so that is going to mean restaurants are open later.
Mm-hmm.
Great, excellent.
I forget where I was going with that though. Shit.
Well, we were talking about Kevin O'Leary, and what I was, I don't know if I even said it, but what I digested from the interview was that the transfer of currency through whether it's Chinese or German, I mean, you can't send $5,000 any faster way. There's no, I mean, right now there's just it's not deniable, or it's undeniable how fast.
Yeah.
You know, I spent
And people still complain.
we spend so much
People
money
still
on
complain.
crypto.
It's been 10 minutes. The transaction still didn't go through. Like, yo, you know,
Go to your
this takes
local
2 to
bank and
3
try that.
business days for a bank to send money. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Have a little patience. Go have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever you're into. Come back.
And it's
Good.
like everybody's eating out here, man.
Bitcoin
The fees,
average is 20 minutes.
the
right?
fees we
Depending on how
pay,
much you put.
gas
on the transaction
fees,
fee.
and creator fees, we're shelling out a lot, and it's like if you so everybody's eating out there I mean,
And with all that Azuki controversy going on right now, it's
tell
a
me
bummer.
what's the controversy about? What?
Zagabond, the founder of Azuki, you know that collection Azuki? You heard of it?
Continue.
It went up to like a 30th floor, fucking blew up, right?
Oh, it's an NFT collection.
NFT collection.
It went up to how much?
Like 30th or something at its peak.
30?
It's down, but it's still up. But the founder has released an article, or maybe somebody was going to release an article. So he released an article before they could out him.
Yeah. About what?
That he was responsible for starting and rugging a few other projects.
Yeah.
And guess where that money went? That money went to fund this other project that's now successful. Everybody wants him to step down. Like, it's a big controversy right now in this person and what's going on. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What you think about
rugs. Oh my
you gotta
gosh.
think about it. Like,
And the community, how well
what
the
we
community
do as a
responds.
community
Yeah.
will set precedent for what happens moving forward, for what's allowed, for what's allowed to essentially like just say fuck you to all these people. Like, oh, I was just testing. It didn't matter.
Yeah, I'll
Even though
never
I just
forget
profited
this
$10
one
million
project.
off
Shout
of
out
it.
Scott, my brother Scotty B was just like it was doing phenomenal. This project we went in on, and
Which
we
one?
found out. I can't think right now, but the project we were in on, it was doing fantastic. Maybe it was at like 0.6 children, a bunch of them, and found out that they didn't pay their artist. Like, it went on their Discord and stuff like that. We had to do a short, so we were wanting to be holders, but once we did that, we short sold, and that project tanked. It tanked because the community found out, that they didn't pay their artist. They came back on the Discord, said, "Oh, here's go back, check the Etherscan. We just now paid them," and it was like, that's too late. Like the whole community dropped on like a bad habit.
Yeah,
I got to think of who it was.
can't remember. I can't remember. But
It might have been Fishy Fam off the top of my head. Might have been.
sounds about right with Fishy Fam. Fishy Fam, there's a huge controversy.
Yeah, I think it might have been Fishy
But
Fam.
there's a huge controversy with it being stolen. I forget what.
Yeah,
A lot of these projects, like, let the record show my wallet.
I liked it
I
too.
bought a lot of projects. I wear them like a badge of honor. I'm not gonna hide shit.
Yeah.
They'll never go
You know, and I
anywhere, but
get
they're in there
kind of
forever.
attached to mine. Like, now that I wear them on my wrist, I'm like,
He's got the
I don't know
iWatch
if I'm
with
gonna
the-
sell this ever, because I just really like. And I've talked about it. And it's kind of become a part of me, and I'm like, that's why I buy them. I'll go secondary if I really like it.
Hey, okay.
I'll snipe on secondary. You know we do. Shout out Tim Draws.
I gotta
Zuni.
say, I love day 2. Love day 2 on all 3, hands down. The truth. If I were you, let's say you buy a case of this. You have some company over. Open it the night before.
Oh yeah.
Just open it the night before. Pour like a little glass to
for
get
yourself.
some more room in there. Leave it open. Drink. Close that bitch up before you go to bed. And tomorrow it's gonna be a whole nother beast. And they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I know.
And it only costs us $11. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So that's my recommendation with my limited experience as a sommelier, as a wannabe sommelier. Fun fact, I actually bought all the books and the courses and I was going to go through school with him, but I forget what I was doing back then. I think it was IT related. I realized how much time it was going to take. I was like, I can't go become a level 1 sommelier. This isn't going to work.
There's like crackling in my ear.
Yeah, I hear it too. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a quick video and I'm going to reset the headsets. I want to show a cool little video.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone. Okay, never mind.
The crackling.
Yeah, scratch that. All right. So do we have any more to test here? Or
Yeah,
is
you
this-
try this wine. This last
because
one.
we didn't test this yesterday, right?
This one's been open for 2 days.
But we didn't drink it yesterday?
I drank a little bit yesterday.
On air?
No, before air.
Okay. I drank a little bit.
I think I just had a little smidge. But this one,
Interesting.
I want to know your opinion because it's same varietal that we're drinking up here a lot, Cab. And it's different region, different winemaker. And this one, 14.9. Do you
Let me see
like
if I'm
it?
going to describe this correctly. I need to pull a word off of the dictionary here.
I got a tasting chart if you want. Wine deduction. This is the deductive tasting format. Look, the fruit,
I felt like the tannins, like my
the
tongue.
tannins.
It's generally more dominant in younger red wines. This is a younger red wine.
Yep.
So high tannins can be described as bitter and astringent. It's kind of what I was feeling like, but like what I more caught was on this taste.
Was it sweet though? Did you find it sweet or dry?
It
Okay.
feels dry, but it tastes sweet.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't
For
know.
me, it's sweet.
It tastes sweet at the very, very end, but
So it's a cab from Dry Creek.
it feels dry.
Dry Creek
It feels
Sonoma
dry.
is a dried up lake bed, basically. 'Cause
How
it's
about that?
It's almost desert like out there.
And it's dry. How about that?
So the grapes get a lot of sugar. No, it's not. It's not. I wouldn't call this dry. This is almost a sweet wine for me.
I'm not the professional over here. This guy is, so I can only do my best to give you my description as
Completely different though. I just
descriptive as possible.
cabs from
It
Dry
may sound
Creek.
arrogant because I don't know what I'm
Anything from Dry
talking
Creek
about
almost
half the
tastes like
time,
a
but
Zinfandel for me. Just because it'd be hard to blind that one. I'll tell you right now.
I like the smell. The nose on that is good. But then as soon as I taste it, I'm like, yo, let me go back to this empathy elephant. This thing is so smooth. Day 2.
Yeah, but this one too. It's too much oak. Like for me, it's too much oak. And that's like that American oak. It's not a very tight grain oak. So this one, it's like almost Barney campfire-y because of too much oak. So it says right there,
That's actually a good
36
description right
months.
there.
but
36 months in an oak? In French oak?
But I know the winery, so we'll see.
So you actually worked at this winery?
Yeah.
So you've seen firsthand
they use
what the production line looks like?
10-barrel production is very small for this wine too.
When you worked at this winery, was it more as a server, or were you actually back there?
No, I was the lead som.
Okay, you were the lead som. I know you had different roles, right? Growing through your career, you would actually not serve and not be a som. You were more back there actually helping make the wine, right? And learning about the process from
this
harvesting to...
Yeah.
And I'll stop talking right there.
No, this one, I was doing a couple of things for them. I was working for Mazzacco, Delormier, Matrix, get picked up and do limo tours for the winery. So this, I usually so they have reserves of this collection. This is not the reserve, and I could just I don't know. It's just different than the reserve. I don't know what else to put in. It just feels like it was almost rushed, even though it says 36 months in the barrel for this wine, which is an absurdly long amount of time. And it's an 18. Like that right there is 3 years. It means it's only been in the bottle for I feel like 8 months then.
What's the average for a cab? Now,
well, you don't want to overpower the
vary?
fruit. Yeah, you don't want to overpower the fruit. Generally, 2 years is your kind of standard go-to.
But 36 months.
That's what I'm like. That's why it's too.
That's
too
3
oaky
years.
for me. Yeah,
it's
too
a lot of time in an oak barrel. That's almost like all the wine I found on the family farm in Portugal. It's just sitting in barrels there for 20 years.
Sitting in barrels. Yeah.
A lot of
I mean, shoot, with ports. I mean, that's amazing. I wish I was there.
Well, I got to take it to the family properties and come.
Sure.
I'm trying to buy it out. I should actually shut up.
Getting hungry?
Yeah, I'm getting very hungry. I'm getting very, very hungry.
We were gonna make this one a little bit shorter because yesterday we went 2
hours. That was fucking
2 hours,
rocking and
15
rolling.
minutes.
We just wanted to go day 2 on all the bottles we opened yesterday. Continue the conversation around Web3. I think we
touched on some topics.
We touched on some good topics.
So I got all the questions out that I did.
Yo, hey, toast. Appreciate you. Hey, have you enjoyed your empathy elephant? Right? Didn't you?
Is that Sven? Who is it?
No, this is Zen Rasta. AKA Hefe. I know that's not his real name, but that's one of the nicknames.
Well, just acted up.
Yeah, I know, dude. Mine's been killing me all day.
I know. I really want to smell this wine better.
I don't think everybody can tell right now, but my lips are like, I'm trying not to smile because I'm at the point where
we're in the desert. Crack. Phoenix, the desert right now.
Well, I'm adjusting. So
right
after this crust goes away, after this last chat goes away, I'm good. I'll be good. I'll be normal. But this happened fucking last year too, and I didn't adjust as quickly. I was here for a month last year, and I still didn't adjust till last day.
This last chap goes away? I just thought that was a funny statement.
Stop! Don't make me laugh. Yeah, the sun out here, desert air, ain't no fucking joke. Zen.
So what's next?
Yeah, good night though. Good night. I'm sure you're going to work early. See you at VCon, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, please reach out in the Discord. We want to make sure we can get everybody to VCon. We're getting up on that last week. I have to take inventory on a few things. And we might have some lovely surprises on Tuesday for anybody wanting to get a last minute ticket to VCon. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say more. First, I got to check with the mob first. So that's all I'm going to say. Squirrel. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. All right. Well, what else, Squirrel, to do? Is there anything else you'd like to touch on? Anything you'd like to share with the audience about one of these wines? Maybe if they have questions down the road where they could get a hold of you, where they could
guess
reach
just
out
one
to
last
you.
question that I have personally would be just with this down, everything's being down. What has been anything I should be looking out for What's being released? Any good artists we should be on the lookout, like that are any projects dropping soon, just to keep an eye out for? Not really, not necessarily, giving me financial advice, but anything I should just keep an eye on. What should we be looking out for on the horizon?
All right, this is gonna be a 3-part answer.
Ooh, nice. 3 parts.
3 parts. 3 parts.
Oh,
so,
good question.
as always, anything you hear here is not financial advice. Please do your own research. We're not responsible for your decisions. Okay.
And I'm jotting this down too.
But hi, Cynthia. You want to make a guest appearance? You already made a guest appearance. Come say hi.
Come on in.
Come on in.
Yeah, why don't you sit on the back? Yeah, sit on the back couch.
We're literally closing it out. So just
sit down right here.
Sit here and squeeze your face between the. That's adorable. That is adorable.
Are the Warriors on? Did you turn the basketball on?
I'll pull up some examples here. Actually, that'll probably be the best bet.
Go Warriors after this.
I'm going after Story Worlds. That's project number 1. That's coming out soon. I think it's a 0.2 mint, so it's not cheap.
Wow.
Yeah.
0.2, nice.
I believe I'm on the pre-sale because I joined the Discord early enough. But shout out Kaigani. Kaigani, I have mentioned him on previous streams. If you remember that episode, Twitter account you should be following. He was near the top of the list. He had an insane call on the Aku Dreams, the Akutars. And he didn't tell everybody straight up what the opportunity was, but he said, just look into this. I looked into it. Turned out to be a great fucking decision. And that wasn't even the first one, right? So I really, really trust his advice. I love seeing that he and his brand and his company, Art Blocks, if I'm not mistaken, or blockbyblock.io, are a part of. I want to get behind. So this is not a shill. This is not a paid promotion. This is just somebody who appreciates somebody else's space.
That's me asking.
Story Worlds is one. Blur is the other.
Blur.
And if anybody wants an invite link for Blur, Sven has already got number 1. I got 4 remaining invite links. If you want, come hop in the bitmonkey.gg/Discord. This one also is not a cheap mint. It's not for the faint of heart. It's going to be 0.18 or 0.2 per mint on this one as well.
Big things on the horizon.
I don't get me wrong. Like the lower mints are appealing, but there's just certain projects that you believe in, that you trust more than others. Hold on, I want to hear this. She's adorable.
So Story World and Blur. Wonderful.
Now hold on. I said part 3, right?
Yeah, you do have a third one. Yeah, go on.
But continue before I go.
Yeah.
No, go. What was your?
No. So the other one was the creator. Story World was the creator, or was the artist that you followed that you liked?
The project in general.
Yeah.
Somebody. I'm not sure if he's officially on the team, but somebody who has helped bring that project to life.
And then Blur, what was it?
Jimmy also has mentioned that project as well. So anybody follows Jimmy, if that motherfucker touches something, the market fluctuates like crazy, right? So get on the whitelist if you can. NFA, DYOR, you won't regret it. But if Jimmy mints, chances are the public's come fucking just.
I followed that episode on BitmonkeyTV one time where you have certain whales that you like to check in on. That's a good. See, that's where I try to do that. I try to emulate that sometimes. I gotta run back that sometimes so Blur. Then you said the third part, sir.
I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Such a brain fart squirrel moment. It was a good one too. Hold on. So we were talking about projects, right?
Yeah.
What projects you should mint?
No, not mint. Just keep an eye on.
Keep an eye on.
What's on the horizon?
Because the third one wasn't a project. I remember it being so unique. It was actually not even.
I did have something that also came to my mind. Is what's up? Are you going to be investing in any land coming up on the metaverse?
For Meta Hero, most definitely.
Yeah.
Punk's comic universe, Pixel Vault, that brand, most definitely. Even though a lot of OGs don't vibe with it because of Beanie's involvement early on with promoting it, they didn't want to take part with any project that had Beanie's involvement. I still believe in that project quite a bit, and that's the one I'm scoping out. I'm not going to look at Yuga Land or the other side deeds, Yuga Labs products.
Any
And
words
here's
for
why.
just like
I got nothing against Yuga Labs, but
just for since
that
since this is
train
the Web3 for beginners.
has taken off long ago for me.
What like for people looking into Web3 land? What should one look for in a successful project? I guess.
Look for who's going to truly build the most decentralized version of a metaverse that a metaverse can be.
Okay.
Because a lot of these metaverses are centralized in a way,
Cool.
right? You log in with your Web3 enabled wallet. That's cool. They can't take away your NFTs and your wearables. However, the environment on which it lives on is still centralized. So that's what I would look at more, is who is truly trying to decentralize a metaverse.
That's awesome.
And it's not going to be Facebook. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg. I'd love to have you on the show sometime. So if you ever watch this, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg, and you're rebranding to Meta, I'd love to have you on the show to pick your brain on a few things, because
It's a family channel.
I would love to learn how you are going to make Meta truly decentralized, because Facebook at its core is a Web2 company. It is a centralized company and database. It is not decentralized. So I'd love to hear on your thoughts and plans into turning your Meta, the one Meta, to be all, to end all.
Did you think of that third part? We had the story.
I know, I'm rambling on to try to fucking remember it.
No, I'll circle back. But
damn it.
man, I feel like I got some good questions in there.
Oh, and forgive my language. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
I try to be better. Try every day.
Next up, podcast
Hold on.
for Barrero Sisters. I'm just joking.
If it comes to me, I'll post it in the Discord. It obviously wasn't that
Are
important.
you doing a POAP today?
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
POAP's ready to go. You also didn't go into the Discord yesterday, though.
Well, I thought it'd be kind of weird if I won something on the.
You're fucking here. You're attending.
I just thought that'd be kind of weird if I won and I was on the show too. I feel like it'd be rigged.
Shout out to you for the
I wanted other.
Yeah,
There's
that's
other
very
people
thoughtful.
I wanted. If
A
you
lot of-
tuned into that show,
A
I
lot
feel
of
like
our
you deserved it
team
more than me.
is like that with giveaways on
Yeah.
BitMonkey Studio. Like, they don't like to enter the giveaways
I just felt like if you had tuned in,
because it's one of those things
shout
where,
out to you. You are the real MVP.
yeah.
Tuned in.
But we're not giving away anything on this episode. It's POAPs you're accumulating over time.
Well,
Just food for thought.
yeah. See, that's
Unless
where we're learning.
this is your
I'm
way of
learning.
saying I don't want your fucking POAPs.
Like I said, I missed out on that creature world. Oh, thank you. Missed out on that creature world. Still bummed. What's the next giveaway? What's that next NFT giveaway? BitMonkey, tell me.
Hold on. So I'm just noticing a comment by Sven here.
Yeah. See, I don't. Ugh, forgot that was in my glass.
Is this a collection? So Yuri Coding Art. Yuri Vishnevsky.
Go back to the empathy.
Alfalfa Studio. Yuri Vishnevsky Weave Silk program creates dynamic generative art. The program is web-based and developed by Yuri Vishnevsky himself, allowing anyone to create complex landscapes of color and line with the simple swipe of your finger or computer mouse. A student at Rutgers University in the United States, Vishnevsky, I should have that memorized by now, has just begun a campaign on Kickstarter to raise money for the development of the Weave Silk application for tablets and smartphones. Hold on. Hold
That was a
on.
lot.
Everybody should know the new method, the new replacement to Kickstarter is an NFT collection. Create an NFT collection,
never mind.
bring on
You're
a
good.
dope as fuck
You're fine.
artist. This guy checks all the boxes and raise the money from your NFT collection for what you want to do and advertise it as such. You don't need Kickstarter anymore with an NFT collection if you market it properly, in my opinion. NFA, DYOR, just my two bananas. Yeah, releases end of May. Okay, cool. Hey, okay. So I must be reading an old snippet of the article. That's what he's doing now. Let's fucking go. I hope I can rely on you. So end of May. We'll make sure we post something in the BitMonkey Studio Discord if anybody's interested. So don't forget bitmonkey.gg/Discord. You won't regret it. We're heating up around here. Giveaways are heating up. What more can I say? I'm just so grateful for having everybody here.
Oh,
yeah,
that's some good closing words.
Yeah, and I'm grateful to have family with me. My brother from another mother. We go way back. We're still laughing like children. His mom actually pointed that out on the boat. Something happened. We both laugh at something. And she goes, look at you two still laughing like you're fucking teenagers or something like that. Something along those lines. And I just start cracking up. Like, oh, that's a good point. The laugh hasn't changed much when you're just fucking laughing to laugh. And forgive my filter. No filter. Gefilte fish.
So,
Gefilte fish. Hold on, let's check his Twitter.
Wine question. What's the next Gary V wines we got to look out for? I got to join his wine club. You know, at this point, are you part of the Gary V wine club?
I used to be,
but
and I used to receive
weird ass shit like
this. Was a while ago. You remember that, dude? I
Random
used to receive a box a month, and they were like, I canceled it because I didn't like all the bottles.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
I wonder if
Might
they do
be
a Reds
cool
only.
for
They might
somebody
be
in the
able-
wine
they gotta
industry
do
who
Reds
wants to. But I like my bottles. I like my Reds. I like my Cabs, Merlots.
You could usually
Bordeaux.
switch to a Reds only, and I'm sure he's got to be able to.
I'm sure there's something like that, but
Well, let's join it. I'm ready to join Gary V wine club.
probably gonna be like $11 a month. Hey, Greek
I want those
NYC
nerves.
actually has a referral link for us. It helps out. One
Yeah,
of his
if
family
you have a
members.
Gary V wine club referral link, put that in the comments because I'm probably gonna join. Because then we
Greek.
can review more, and I'll talk about it more.
Oh, Greek actually might be in Arizona right now too. You hit him up. Hold on, before we go, let's go check the Twitter for this collection here. While I try to remember that third last thing
Why don't you look up a nice vegan spot for us on the Google?
Okay.
on the Google. Just say, "Okay, Google."
We don't have Alexa.
Okay, Google. No, you have to. My phone would have answered.
Come here,
It
please.
probably is answering right now. It's face down, so it's on mute. Man, what was that third thing? It had nothing related to a project. Best advice I could give right now. The market's down. Things are cheap, right?
Yeah,
You're looking at the next NFT project to buy into, right?
more or less. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cynthia. Fuck that, right?
Uh-huh.
So let's backtrack here. You still have a day-to-day job, right? You still
Yeah.
work, you bring in money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Figure out your fucking percentage and do automatic Bitcoin payments. Move it to cold storage, convert a portion of that into Ethereum. That's the best move right now.
Really?
Hands down, fuck all NFT projects. If you have liquid, if you have actual local fiat currency of your fiat and you have a guaranteed amount coming in each month, figure out your number and take advantage of this winter.
Yeah.
Because in 5 years, you won't fucking regret it.
Yeah.
You will not
It is
regret
down
it.
right
I
now.
promise
That's
you,
it. Buy,
right
buy,
now
buy.
is the time
Yeah,
to
if you
set
can.
a disciplined
You can.
weekly buy.
That's
Weekly. I'm not bi-weekly, not monthly. Weekly. You want to
If
know
you
why
can,
weekly? Because you get every dip. If you just set it on every Friday
That's true.
or every first of the month or 31st of the month.
Yeah, don't do
With
the
your
first. We
prediction?
just talked
No,
about
no, no.
that earlier in
But
this
no,
episode.
but hear me out. Hear me out. So let's say let's say that
Or maybe
theory
buy. Yeah.
is valid, right? And it is. I'm not saying it's not, but let's say
Buy.
you believe in it so much, you're gonna put your buys on the second week of each month and the last week of each month.
Yeah.
Because you think that the market's going to be the lowest with everybody trying to convert to pay for real life expenses.
Boom.
Right?
That
is the smartest move.
We just
right
circled back
now.
around everyone to that.
And I can't believe I forgot it. And the reason I forgot is we were talking about NFT projects. Hands down, that is the smartest move. Like, I'm in a position that I don't regret, but I don't have any income coming in right now.
That
I don't have my IT bread and butter anymore. This is my full time. I'm sitting on a nest egg that's allowing me to survive through X period of time that I'm not going to share with the audience, right? But
that's great. That's a great.
Just buy more. Buy more. Buy it every week. If you believe in the technology long term. This is not financial advice.
Yeah.
Don't fucking come back at me in 3 weeks and say you told me to buy more every week and now it's down to 0. I don't want to fucking hear it. All right? Your own decision. But in my opinion,
don't spend what you can't lose.
Buy more. Buy more because I'm going to be going into whatever liquid I have left and buying more. Even though I don't have liquid coming in each month, I will still buy more. It's the best time to buy more is right now.
I bought some Soul. It's down, but that's okay. I'll buy more.
I love it. Well, shit. I mean, well, shoot.
I guess what I got to do next is maybe you should talk about this on one of your BitMonkey episodes is Solana NFTs if you haven't, because I don't know.
I haven't yet, and
I haven't bought it.
And here's my honest
NFT.
answer.
I have Soul, but
here's my honest answer. I've installed the Phantom wallet. I've set up my seed phrase. I have a public wallet address. But I never have interacted. I never went as far as operating on that chain yet.
Maybe in the comments.
Because it's not that I don't believe in it.
Shout it out. Shout them out.
It's not that I don't believe in it, but hear me out. Hear me out. Ethereum and Bitcoin right now, you cannot compete with their 24-hour volume and market cap. Period. I don't care whatever else is in the top 10.
It's the fees, though.
You cannot forget the fucking fees.
I know, but for the little people that go are not the
fees will be irrelevant before you know it. The little people. By the time little people come on board mainstream, the fees will be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Trust. Just trust. That's all I can say. Yeah. I gotta go potty. This has been another episode of BitmonkeyTV. This is around that time where we do the pull-ups. So as per yesterday, I'm gonna leave the pull-up window open for about 12 hours. Give everybody the chance. Today's secret word is buy more. Buy more. Woo! Followed by your public wallet address. The POAP channel in the BitMonkey Studio Discord is now open. Next 12 hours. Thanks for jamming with us. We hope you found value in this episode. You know, we're just jamming. We thought it was going to be short. It's already an hour.
Oh, gosh.
We're hungry. We got to get out of here.
We're an hour and 15 in.
Are we?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you vibe and flow and jam.
45-minute episode.
But without squirrel ado, this has been another episode of BitmonkeyTV Non-Fungible Token Friday, the OG day of Fridays. Shout out Scotty B.
Shout out my brother Scotty B.
We miss you. See you guys at VCon next week. Anybody going to VCon? I'd love to hear it. Tap the comments below. Let's all meet up. It's going down in the town.
Have fun.
I'm gonna hit the road in the next day or two. That way I
It's
get
Friday.
there on Monday. And
Everybody be safe out there.
Go
Warriors. Go Warriors. Go Warriors.
Cannot say it enough. If you found any value at all, please like, retweet, subscribe to the channel, share this with a friend.
Comment.
And ask your questions, right? You bring the questions, we bring the vibes and the answers, of course, as best we can. Asterisks. So much love. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week on BitmonkeyTV for Tech Tip Tuesday. Much love. Take care. And until next time. Peace. You guys want to say bye? Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.